Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. If you're new here, every Sunday I prep for the week. Sometimes I do things that take a lot of time, like soups and stews and stocks, sauces. But today I'm just gonna cut some vegetables while I go over my menu. So I did plan on making some hummus today, but yesterday when I was at the store, they had hummus on sale, so I'm like, I might as well just buy it. So, as I'm chopping up this onion for a couple of meals, let's go over the menu. So, for lunch today, as usually on Sunday, I'm gonna have some sandwiches because weekends are my cheat days. Diabetic, had to cut carbs, so I cut them for my lunch, which was the easiest thing to do. But I do miss my sandwiches, so I have that on Sunday, and I have some chicken deli meat to go on that. Let's cut one more white onion, and I'll cut this a bit finer. And then for dinner tonight, I'm gonna do some roasted vegetables with a pork chop. So I'm gonna do some carrot, parsnip, what else? Some celeriac, what else am I gonna do? Some sweet potato, things like that. And like I said, with a pork chop. And then for Monday, Meatless Monday, for lunch, I'm gonna have hummus with some crudités. I'm gonna do some different colored peppers, some carrot, some cucumber. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do noodles with some fake chicken. So I have some imitation chicken, and I'm gonna do some snow peas with that and some other vegetables, like a little stir fry to go on top of the noodles. And then we're on Tuesday. For lunch, I have some asparagus, again with a pork chop. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some tortillas with I haven't decided yet if I want to do chorizo or if I want to do some marinated chicken. But I'll do some sour cream, some lettuce, some vegetables. So I have this small red onion that I'm also just gonna dice nice and fine. I do apologize if if you hear me sniffle a lot because it's the end of allergy season and it's been pretty bad lately. So I do have to sniffle a bit. So that was Tuesday. For Wednesday for lunch, I'm gonna do a low carb stir fry. So I'm gonna use some broccoli stems instead of like rice or noodles or anything like that, just to keep it low carb. So just broccoli stems, chicken, and a lot of vegetables. So I'm just gonna make some space. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some orzo with some chicken. So I'll need some of the onions for that and garlic that I'm cutting up now. Some peppers, and I'll do some chicken stock. And that should be delicious. Then we're on Thursday. So for lunch, I'm gonna do a salad because I'll have some lettuce left over. So some salad with some peppers, cucumber, and I'll top it with some grilled chicken, like a chicken breast. So, and then for dinner, I'll do some stuffed peppers because I've been really into stuffed peppers lately. I've done them with orzo lately, and I did them just with some ground chicken and some veggies to keep it low carb for lunch the other day. And this time I'm just gonna do rice with the veggies and some chicken breast, I think. And then we're on Friday. So I have a little bit of broccoli left over. So I'll have that with some fish. I have some bassa, I think, in the fridge, and some pollock. So I'll probably do bassa because that's nicer grilled. And then for dinner, I'm going to do some fish tacos. I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to do that. I'll definitely have some lettuce with it because I should have some left over. But I could grill some fish. I could bread it and air fry it. Make some kind of sauce to go with it. Maybe I'll do some corn because I have some cans of corn. Or maybe I'll have some veggies left over. That's still up for debate. Friday's like a day to use leftovers. So we'll figure that out on Friday. I could also do some cucumber to go with it. We'll just see. So have all of that. And then I'm also going to have this whole head of garlic. I'm going to roast that with the rest of my veggies. I'll wrap that in some foil and put that in the oven so it doesn't burn and then it goes nice and soft. I will actually cut it across like this, so that way then when it's roasted it's really easy to just squeeze all the goodness out. So it just goes in there. That's to be roasted whole. So what next? Let's peel some carrot and some parsnip. So with that peeled, just take the tip off this parsnip. And I'll try to cut it into some even chunks. So at the end it's quite small. So I'll just do some rounds. And then when we get to the thicker part, I'll cut it in half. And I'll cut it into slightly bigger pieces. So that is for the roasted vegetables. Then this onion I'm going to use for a few things. Just take off the tip. Just to square things off a bit. There we go. Then this is a bit even. So this is about the size I want for my sticks. So I'll just cut that into sticks for my hummus with crudités. Nice bite-sized pieces. Okay, that can go in a container. And the other vegetables I try to match in size. Then I also want a little bit more for my stir fry. So these small slices that I cut off first and then these half slices are about the same size. So those are perfect for my stir fry. There we go. And then I also want some carrot with my roasted vegetables. So I'll cut these in roughly the same size as the parsnip. There we go. And I already have plenty of orange going in, so I don't need that much garlic. I'll actually put, so much carrot. I'll put this garlic in there because I need that with my roasted vegetables. Another thing that I need to peel real quick, and that's going to go in my roasted veg, is this sweet potato. So let me just peel that real quick. And again, I'll just cut that in roughly the same size. So this smaller end, I'll just cut into little rounds. And the other tip, and then I'll cut it in half. And cut it into roughly the same size chunks. So that is sweet potato. Then what next? I have some celery root or celeriac, whatever you call that where you're from. And it's a small one, so I'm just going to peel it. Yeah, this is really a tiny celery root. And once you get rid of the roots, there's not really that much left, but that's perfectly fine. because I can just use the whole thing for one meal. So I'm just going to cut it into chunks roughly the same size as my other vegetables. Then one more thing for the roasted veg, some potatoes. These are small, so I'm just going to cut these in half. So again, roughly the same size. That can go in. So that's all the veggies for tonight. Then I have some peppers. I have different colors because I want to have all the different colors for my crudités, so I can do like a rainbow. Let's see. For my stuffed peppers, I'll do a green one. So I'll just cut in half, take the seeds out. And I'll also do some, let's do a yellow one. And again, just take the seeds out. And that's going to be stuffed for dinner on, what did I say? Thursday, I believe. So the other halves I'm also going to clean out. And then I need some sticks for my crudités. So I'll just cut that in stick size thickness. And I'll turn these into sticks by just cutting the tips off. Because I also need some smaller pieces for the stir fry and stuff, so I can just use the cutoffs for that. So again, roughly the same size. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll just take the bigger pieces, and those can go with my crudités, and I'll do the exact same thing for the yellow one. So I think that is about enough for that color. So these pieces I'll just cut smaller for my stir fry, my stuffed peppers, orzo, those kind of things. And I'll just repeat that with my yellow one, because I also have a half of that, so it's going to be exactly the same. The red I'll do slightly different. And then this red one, because I don't need a half one of that, I can make it a little bit easier for myself to make these sticks. And just cut a slice off and turn that into sticks. And again, just slice that off. If there's any bit of rib, just get rid of that. And I'll just cut that into sticks. There we go. So that's my crudités sorted. And I'll also use some of the red for my salad. And then this I can just cut into smaller pieces to go with my stir fry and orzo. That's all the red pepper. So next up, I have some chilies. Again, for the orzo, for the tortillas, for the, what else? The stuffed peppers. So I have a green, an orange, and a red cayenne. So I'll just cut those, seeds and all. And then I have this jalapeno, which I've said this so many times before. I don't like all that white inside. So I'm just going to clean those out. It's not for the spice, it's just for that. And I'll just cut those into ribbons. This chili's done. Next up, I have some asparagus. And there's not much to prep here. I'm just gonna break them off right where it gets woody. And then they're ready to go. I think I'm gonna grill them. I could boil them, but I think I'll just grill them with my pork chop. Right, asparagus done. Then I have my cucumber. Let's see, so I'm gonna do some slices. Let me grab for reference, my carrot. And I'll just cut these into sticks as well. And I'll cut around the core, because the core, you can't really dip your hummus in that, but it makes a good snack. So I have these spears from one, and I'll repeat the same thing with this other one. And then the last thing, I have some broccoli. So I'm just going to take these florets off, and I'll cut them into bite-sized pieces. That's for Friday with a fish. Or I could also change things around, and I'll do that on Tuesday with the pork chops and have the asparagus for Friday. That's a nice thing about prepping the ingredients and not the meals. I can still change things if I want to. So yeah, I'll quickly just cut those into smaller pieces. And then we have the stems. I'm just taking the leaves off and like the little remnants of leaves. And then the remaining stem I'll just cut in half. And then cut it lengthwise. And across to make some really nice fine pieces. As I've said before, I don't really mind slightly bigger pieces. You could grate it or like go all the way to broccoli rice, but this is the right ratio of effort versus reward for me. Just nice small pieces. So the only thing I'm not using is the very end, like this piece at the bottom, because that gets woody. So let's just repeat it for this part of the stem. And that's all the prep work done for this week. And that took me 25 minutes. So if you'd like to see what I do with all of this, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal. And about once a month I do a video of everything I eat in a day. So I posted one Friday where I showed you every single meal that I made. So you get to see what I do with all the ingredients. But yeah, if you like this, I do this every single Sunday. And leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.